goodness. Hopefully it's not fuzzy.
So far so good.
Yeah, I just need to make sure there's nobody on just yet. I just need to bring it in. There we go, I'm on there. So, and then I need to press sideways, and then I need to the chat. Okay, well I can see myself and I don't look fuzzy, so hopefully somebody will comment. Look, I look quite good, look.
Oh, excellent.
It's looking wonderful. Hello everybody. Can somebody comment so I can just check? Because last time I did this it didn't work. So yes, Jackie. Am I fuzzy or am I okay? Hallelujah. 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 Amazing. Hi Patty, does it sound okay? Is everything good? The sound is low. The sound is low, Matt. Matt? Matt? The sound is low.
Speak up.
Oh, you've just got to lean forward and speak up like this.
I can't help your voice.
Did you hear that? He says he can't help my voice, I've got to shout. So, there you go. Hello, everybody! Once I move it up here, when you're nearer to me, it'll be fine. It'll be absolutely fine. So, I'm at Stampers Anonymous, as you can tell from the background. The lovely background. Mr. Ted himself is over there. He's just sat listening. He'll be answering your comments. Volume is really low. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Can it come a bit nearer, do you think? Is that any better? Does that
Sounds good on my phone.
oh, sounds good on Ted's phone. For those people who say it's a bit low, higher your volume up. I can't be shouting. There is background noise because it's a factory. It's a factory, there's always background noise. And if we turn the fans off, I will just melt into a little pool on the floor. So that won't work, will it? So, hello everybody. Yes, new stamps, new stamps, new stamps, new stamps. So we'll hang on 1 minute just so we can get a few more people in, and then I'm going to flick you up here. When you're up here, I'll be nearer the microphone, so you'll be able to hear me. You'll be able to hear me a bit better. Oh, is that you, Ted, commenting as Stamper? Oh no, so that must be
Rhonda.
must be Rhonda. Hi Rhonda. There's Ted. There's Ted saying hello now. So I got here yesterday, and would you believe, no delays. No delays. It was supposed to be a 10-minute delay and we actually landed 15 minutes early. But yeah, I actually took a flight where there was no delays. Unheard of. Unheard of. But there you go. So I'm at Stampers Anonymous and I am teaching this week. Thursday I am teaching a English paper piecing class, a hand sewing class. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday I'm teaching, top secret. Big top secret class, so we that's what I'm here for. And then the following week we are going to Stamp Away in Cincinnati, and I'm teaching there as well. I'm teaching 3 classes there. That's a show, and then I'll be flying home across the ocean. So yeah, it's Rhonda, she's saying hello. Yes, no delays. It was amazing. You have to put your sound up, I'm afraid. I cannot shout anymore. No, Emmy doesn't come with me anymore now. She's got Stanley. Good grief, nobody comes with me. I have to come on my own. Anyway, hello, hello, hello. How exciting. We're at the mothership, the stamp mothership. And I bringeth to thee stamps, new stamps. Oh my goodness. These stamps. Okay, do you have the word dinky? In America. In England we have the word dinky and it means small and cute. You go, oh, that's really dinky. Do you have that over here? Does anybody know about that? No? Well, we do, and they're called dinky. So what I did was I took my favourite people stamps and I've made them dinky, and I've called them Dinky Dolls. So we have 4. We have Dinky Dolls 1, Dinky Dolls 2, Dinky Dolls 3, and Dinky Dolls 4. Okay, so number 1. As you can see, we've got Sunday Best is on there. We've got the Cat and I is on there. We've got the little cat at the bottom, and we've got the wings. So that's Dinky Dolls 1. Dinky Dolls set 2. Look, Shrooms. Shrooms has come back. That is the body from Shrooms, and I brought the Shrooms as well. And, oh, I've forgotten the name. I've forgotten the name of this one, I'm sorry. But we've brought this one. So that's Dinky Dolls 2. Dinky Dolls 3 are some of the newer stamps. So we've got Hop, Skip and a Jump on there. And then Dinky Dolls 4 was the spooky ones. So we've got, it's not Thursday and maybe, it's not Tuesday and maybe Thursday. So we've brought them out small. Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera and get you nearer. I need to unscrew this bit, I'm sorry. If you're new to me and I drop you, sorry about that. Where is, aha, there we go. Oh, it's so technical. Oh, I can't get it in. Ugh, there we go. No, am I upside down?
Upside down.
How am I upside down? 1 minute. Da, 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 da.
Now you're good.
No, I'm still upside down. Oh no, now I'm good. Am I good?
Yes.
I'm a liability. That's what I am. And I'm just going to... Oh, oh, oh. No, I'm upside down again. It just wants to turn me upside down, Ted. Sorry. Hang on, let me turn it again. That's right now on here. Why is it showing upside down? Okay. Oh, here we go.
Yep, there you go. I'm on delay. What's good?
Da, 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 da. It's always an adventure. As I've said before, I am the most unprofessional professional in the business. So there you go. It always works differently. It's in the exact position, the same position I put it in to start with, but to start with it was upside down. So anyway, here we go. Okay, Dinky Dolls 1, Dinky Dolls 2, Dinky Dolls 3, Dinky Dolls 4. And I called them 1, 2, 3, 4 because they all work exactly the same. They all work together. You can mix and match all of them. So some of the stamps are the newer release. This was out in, I think, October, whereas this is about 8 years ago. So I just mixed and matched them all together, okay? You may remember about 8 to 9 years ago as well, I brought out the Mini-Me's, Mini-Me, Mini-Moo. They will all match as well, okay? Now, you might have noticed on the back why 3 of them look slightly different, okay? This is what we call a weeded set of stamps. When the stamps are done, they come like that, and normally they will peel this off, leaving just the stamps, okay? But when you've got lots of little ones in there, I like it to be unweeded, so you can put them all back in. So for example, you're going to lose that, so this will just pop in. Can you see? It'll just fit in like that. So 3 of them have got lots of little bits on, so they're unweeded. This one, which has got the bigger ones on, that cat just keeps wanting to jump, doesn't it? So the cat, this one is already weeded. Okay, so they are online. Stampers Anonymous. You can buy them singly. You can buy them as a bundle. Art from the Heart in the UK. You can buy them singly. You can buy them as a bundle. Ranger Ink. You can buy them singly. You can buy them as a bundle. They'll all be online. If you are a store or know of a store, put your store up now. I've just, oh, there we go. Desiree's just put hers up for hobby working. So put your store up there if you are expecting them in, and we'll get straight into samples. Now, what happened is I've been travelling. I was ill and then I've been travelling. So the samples, I've got them in different sort of guises. This is one of my ledger journals, okay? So this is the square ledger journal, and I put them on some ready-made backgrounds that I already did. So you can see in the background here, I've got one of my big square stamps there. And then I just added some of the leaves all the way around, and you can see where I've added, where is she? Which one is she? She's from Dinky Dolls. Dinky Dolls 3. What I also forgot to mention as well, in the original, she was facing that way. So the originals all faced one way, and when I've made them small, I've had them facing the opposite way, so that they will they can be looking at each other or looking away from each other. You'll see when I have got somewhere I've got both of them. But this is the first one. You can see I've just used her, and then I've put the octopus head on the top. Land of make-believe next right. So there's another one. These are all cakes and sticks background. Nearly all of these have got cakes and sticks in the background, because that's what I was doing. I was going a bit mad with the cakes and sticks. So I'm just going to pull this camera back out a little bit, because it's not going to let me. There we go. So on this one here, this is a Betsy's Blocks background that I did, and then I've got same body, the same legs, but then I've popped a head from this set, and then I've popped a head from this set on the top. I've given them one wing each, and then I've just added some of the separate legs on the bottom. And this says, I know you were talking, that's why I stopped listening. So, and then added some little checkers around the edge. This one here, again, cakes and sticks in the background. You can see this is using the Court Jester stencil, and I just did it in shades of blue and green. So I've put the cat and eye body on here. This is the body from the cat and eye. So I've popped him on there, and then the head from this set, I gave two the same, and then I did one blue, one in green, and it just says, you don't have to be crazy to be my friend, I'll train you. So they're so much fun to use. You'll see I've done tons in the Dyalogs and the small square, but I've also used them in the large journal, so I'll show you. But I normally like big stamps. I like to work in the big journals. I do all kinds of things like that, but I just fancied some smaller ones. I wanted to put them on cards. I wanted to put them, like I say, in the Dyalogs and things, so they just work perfectly, and I haven't been able to stop using them. Here's another one. The background of this one is grid. My big grid stencil, cakes and sticks again, and I've added two of, this is the Shrooms body, so I've added two of the same body with different heads on. Which heads? So, whoops, hang on, which heads have we got? These heads, we've got this head and this head, and then I've added hop, skip and a jump, which is this. They all fit, they all work together, it's amazing. And again, I've just popped one of the wings on, and it says, I love how badass we think we are when we're together. And then I actually doodled that on the plane. I did the things. Yeah, the cakes and sticks, if you've missed the cakes and sticks, this was my last release from Ranger. I brought a new set with me this time, because my sets are battered. So these were the cakes and sticks, and this was my last release. So that's why tons of the backgrounds are either cakes and sticks, or they're done with the inks, because I released some new inks as well. Okay, so two on here. Let's put that on there for now. So this one was, when I released the inks, I did a background using my great, these are Stampers Anonymous, my big stamps that come apart, so you can see with all the colours. So I stamped that with the ink, stamped the Sew It board around. So I just went back in and just added. So I've added Shrooms on the top. This is Shrooms here. I've added the head, same head. I've added that head on. This little, when you see this head, it's got a little box in it, okay? There's also another little box here which fits exactly. But the idea for this is that you can then stamp the words in. You can see I've got vacancy, empty, goodbye, vision, relief and imagine. And then here, this says, okay, I've checked my calendar, I won't care next week either. So I put the word imagine in there. You just stamp them in, and you could stamp them all on here. What I did before with the larger version of this, I stamped loads of boxes, and then I stamped 5 with vacancy, 5 with empty, 5 with goodbye, etc. And then I just cut them out, and they just fit on the top. Okay, and then this one, I actually used one of my long border stamps. So I this again, cakes and sticks in the background. I just added the borders on there and added the toadstools from Shrooms, a hop, skip and a jump. But what I did this time was I cut the legs off and swung them forward so it looks as though she's sitting there. Can you see? You just cut across here and then put the legs forward like that, and you can have them sat on something. And there's the little cat, and then one of the old cats, that's from Puddy Cat. And this says, I'm starting to think I'll never be old enough to know better. These are all my back chat. So what else have we got? So if these backgrounds look familiar, they were in the release a month ago. So again, I've got the stenciled background with the cakes and sticks. I've got one of the bodies from Dinky Dolls set 4, and these are all coloured in as well, but the cakes and sticks, by the way. I've just been going a bit mad. And then I've got hop, skip and a jump, again more Shrooms, and I also used the grasses, the little grasses out here. Sometimes I'll just stamp them down straight onto the page, but on these I actually stamped them and cut them out. This is my Dinky Dolls box. This is one of my nesting boxes, okay? This is my Dinky Dolls box that I brought over. So these are all my cutouts. I spend ages, we'll stamp, actually there you can see, we'll stamp tons, then I sort of cut them up like this, and then I sit and I cut them all out. So some of the grasses you will see, oh, I've got my receipts in there for the accountant. Ooh, I'd have lost those. She'll be, where's all the receipts? I'm like, I don't know. Oh, maybe I've used all the grasses, I don't know, but, oh, there's one. So sometimes I'll stamp them and cut them out as well, okay? And that's what I did there. And other times I'll just stamp them straight in. When you've got your things like this, if you cut loads out, it's much easier. Let me move this to the side. It's much easier to put people together because you're like, oh, there's a body, let's find some legs. There's some legs, okay? Will this head fit? Fabulous. Done. Or, will this head fit? Fabulous. Let's change the legs. Let's bring in these legs. Okay? Looks amazing. Let's take the body away. Let's bring in a different... Do you see what I mean? It's so much easier when you've got them cut out like so. You're just ready to go. Let's change it. Let's have this head on. Let's put... Oh, I can't find... I was going to say look for a wing. Where's there a wing? There's never a wing when I want one. I'll just give you a little tip. Stamp 3 times as many wings as you think you're going to use because you just fly through them. No, can't find a wing. But do you see what I mean? It's so much easier to do like this than it is to get the stamps and think, oh, I wonder if that will go with that, etc. So that's my big tip for you. And this says, I don't know how to put this nicely, so I won't. Okay, and then it is, yes, paper dolls for adults. Again, in the background, we've got grid. If you are coming this weekend, we will be doing all these. So we've got grid in the background. Now this time I've stamped directly on. You can see where I've done the grasses. I stamped straight on there. I've used maybe Thursday, given a little wing, put Sunday best head on, and I've got 3 of the different size Shrooms, and I've popped cats on the top. Okay, so oh yeah, there's Simplistic has just put theirs up. So that's in a square journal. Now this is the large journal. And you might think, gosh, they're going to be so tiny to use in there, but you will be surprised. This is what I was saying earlier. This is the full version, okay? The full version. I think this body is from Heads and Tails, and so is the head. And this is the Dinky Dolls version, which is here. Dinky Dolls 3. Okay, and as you can see, the original version is facing that way. Dinky's are facing the other way, so they look as though they partner together. So this is just a doodled, this is the Urchin stencil large and small, so I doodled the background. I've got 2 of the paper dolls. I did them exactly the same, and I just added a couple of cats down here, and it just says time spent with an animal is never wasted. One thing you can do is you can go back through all your old pages that have the big ones on and just have the little ones. That's what I did with this. If you go back to when did this come out? Was it September? If you go back to then, you see this whole page, and all I did was add the little one in, and it just changes it completely. So there's another one that was done beforehand. This is using my puzzle stencil, the one that's the puzzle. So again, all doodled in the background, and I just added Sunday Best on the top, and she's got a little cat on her head there. So Sunday Best, and she's got wings. 2 here. So this one is just using the small. So this was a blocked background, it was just blocking and doodled, and then I've got and of course you can doodle and change them. Look, shrooms, look, I've given her a stripy top. You just change everything. Oh, it's all in the mind, that's it, not heads and tails, sorry about that. So I've just changed that slightly, and I wanted this to stand off the blue, so I've gone for the opposite colour of blue, which is the orange family, so it really stands up there. Now, you don't have to be as fussy going in and out and doing the different colours. I do, but you can be a bit more simple when you're painting these. Anyway, I've got the heads on. We've got the little cat up here. This is Mr. Boo with his little wing because he's up in heaven. And it says, I may not understand your level of stupidity, but I do admire your total commitment to it. So, oh, thank you. Rhonda's putting the frames up and the frame stencil and that. Thank you. And here's another one. This was, again, a sample. And it had her on. This is Hop, Skip and a Jump, and then I just went, and it already had this, and I just went back in and I put the smaller one, and it looks great. So you can go back, you can add them together, and I coloured them the same. So this part was made maybe, I don't know, 8 months before this part. Okay, is that it? Oh no, I've got one more. Here we go. So again, a doodled background using Crazy Paving, and then I've put 3 of the Dinky Dolls in. This one I've got her standing right on the stencil. That's from maybe Thursday. it's not Tuesday, and then we've got the cat and I, and it just says, I noticed you're not yourself today. I noticed the improvement immediately. Okay, so you can use them in the big as well. That's the black journal. I've left at home one of the large journals, but anyway. So then I decided I wanted to do some tags and some dialogues, okay? And I was doing these at Ranger, and then forgot I only had this with me. I only had the box with the cutouts. I didn't have any other stamps there because all my stamps are at Stampers Anonymous. So I just used these 4. I don't think I've ever done that before, just used the sets. So these 2 were really old dialogues. When I used to be teaching all the time, I have so many started and not finished, so I thought I'm going to pull out old ones and use them. So in this one here, there's some really old, there we go. So there we have, it's not Thursday, and I've added some of the bats. Oh, actually, I had some of those in my office. Sorry, I've added some of the bats on there. I've put a little octopus at the bottom, and it says, you go, girl, and don't come back. But look how perfect they are for the dialogues. They're exactly the right size for a dialogue. Here we are again. We have the cat and I, and one of the heads off Dinky Doll 3. Some of the leaves, and it just says yoga class. I thought you said pour a glass. So I've also been adding some of these backgrounds in here, sort of 8 years old, but then I went, this is an 8 years, but I went through and I added more. Look, some of these are so old, but I went through and added more, and they're just perfect. Here we go. So we've got, this had some old backgrounds from the jelly plate. This was the round jelly plate. So I've added the body here from Hop, Skip and a Jump, and it says, please don't interrupt me while I'm trying to ignore you. They were so much fun, I couldn't stop making them. And here we have It's Not Tuesday again, so we have her body, and I've given her a big cup because it says, this is my cup of care. Oh look, it's empty. And then I've just doodled in the background. They're just perfect for the dialogue. Sunday Best, So I didn't do most of these backgrounds I'd already done. So I've added the other half of one of the big hexagon stamps, and I've added my mum up the top, because my mum, Sunday Best was based on my mum. This was her convent hat she used to wear. She used to have a coat like this, but it was green and pink. And it says, people are really great as long as you don't get to know them. So there you go. Diana, hello. Diana saved, she was in the class last week and she saved my bacon. She took me and got all the shopping and everything. She was amazing. And she said she really loved the class. Thank you, darling. So you can see there's some new backgrounds, and these are like really old backgrounds in here. Here we are again. I always like to use all my old stamps. I always like to bring them in. So again, I've used one of my large hexagons. And then I've sat, hop, skip and a jump. Again, I did the same. I've chopped the legs off and then turned. And this tail that I've given her is the top of here. So the tail, can you see, is from here. So I didn't want to lose it. It was too tall, but I didn't want to use it. It just says getting out of bed is almost always the wrong decision. And then, oh, I've got two more. These are Puddy Cat. So these are stamps from a long time ago, okay? So they're called Puddy Cat, these, okay? And I wanted to show that, you know, these are about 10 years old. The heads, I use everything, mix everything up. Most of my stuff is made to sort of go together. And it says, I will try to be nice to you, but often my mouth gets in the way. That's me, unfortunately. And I think there's one more in this one. Is there one more? Oh no, that's the last one in here. Okay, black. So this, again, this is an old, oh, I'm trying to show you the old without, look, this is an old, obviously I've been demoing at a class. It's got lots of brayer in and things on, and I thought I'm going to get it out again. So this is the, by the way, this is the Cakes and Sticks in black. Look how gorgeous they are. They show up so well. So again, this is the gel plate. This is the small gel plate, which I just plopped. Perfect. It's made a frame for this. So I just added the body from the cat and I, the head from Sunday Best, and it's just, I wish I could love anything as much as I love myself. There's the Cakes and Sticks again. Sorry. Oh, there's Puddy Cat. There's his real head. Here we go again. So again, I've got a little gel plate background. I've added some stenciling over the top. We have the body. I popped a little wing. I can't stop putting wings on them. And it says, how old do I have to be before I have any idea what's going on? I feel like I ought to print this and sell it in bags of 100. 100 already cut out wings. But until then, stamp loads. Stamp more than you think you should. Here we go again. So we have the Shrooms body, which is Dinky Dolls set 2. This is from the long cobweb, giving her a cobweb wing. Popped the, oh my gosh, the octopus on the top. And again, people are really great as long as you don't get to know them. And is there one more in here? Oh yeah, there we go. There's Sunday Best again. Okay, and it says, well, here I am disguised as a responsible adult. There's just so much fun. So that's what the page would have looked like before. It's just where I've gone like that with the gel plate, and then I've zhuzhed it up. Okay, so we'll do some tags, and then I'll do another dialogue. So we have tags here. So the first one, actually let me put those there. This is on a craft tag, because people want to know, do the Cakes and Sticks worked on craft? Yes. All these tags I made as samples to show how the Cakes and Sticks works, okay? Then I brought them with me to America, and then I sat in my hotel room, and then I just put all the tops on. So I put all the bodies on, and then I went back and put the quotes on, and then I coloured them all in. If you're a dandelion, there's some videos coming up of me putting a lot of these things together, so you'll see how I do it. So again, it's just got Betsy's blocks in the background, and look how perfect they are for the size of the tags. Yes, they'll fit in the diary, they'll fit in the small journals, the dialogues, all sorts. And then so these are the tags. That's the craft tag, okay? they'll fit there. And all the rest are mixed media tags. So again, this one I've done 2 exactly the same. I've put 2 of these from Dinky Dolls set 3, and given them the same head, but just change them slightly. So she's yellow and she's in the orange, and it says someone called about something. That's my message taking. Again, a Betsy's blocked background, and they're all mixed media. So, and then I've just given the body, I've popped a little Mr. Boo on his head, and I've got the sorry but the cat and I have plans for the evening. And again, you could stamp that directly on, or you can stamp it and cut it out. I do vary, but they're the perfect size. A lot of people say, I love your stamps, but I'm really scared in your big journal and they're a bit big for me. So I was like, do you know what? I'm going to take my favourite stamps and make them dinky, and then they'll be perfect for all kinds of sizes. Okay, yes, they'll be brilliant in the altered books as well. So again, we've got the leaf stencil in the background with the rosebuds on, and fits perfectly. And this head actually fits on there as well. So it says there's no need to repeat yourself, I ignored you the first time. Okay, all these samples will be up. Another one of the background, there's my mum again. Sometimes I just put one wing, can you see? And sometimes I put both wings, but I quite, I vary. I've added the extra little, where's the leaf? There's the leaf here. So I've just added the little, it's like a feather in a cap, isn't it? And it says, I never insult anyone, I just describe them accurately. Okay. Another one here, put the wing on the opposite side. I'm sorry I upset you, I'll try not to be right next time. Honestly, they're just so much fun. I can't tell you how much fun. Here, I don't have a shopping problem. You have a problem with my shopping. These are all my back chats. You can get white with black on, you can get black with white on, and you just peel them off, cut them up and stick them on. They're all sticky, ready for you. There is the odd one that's not sarcastic, but you have to look really hard to find it. Okay, 2 more tags left. On this one, I've just added the head just straight onto a pair of shoes. That's sometimes how I feel. I can't be bothered working out my outfit. I wish I could just wear my good shoes all the time. And then we've got It's Not Tuesday in the background there. And again, I've used her little, where is it? This is a little collar. You can use it as a collar, but you'll also see where I've put it on top of my head. Oh my gosh, is that Art from the Heart doing passive-aggressive quotes to me there? Yes, maybe. He says, if only I took advice from my own quotes. But this is a perfect quote for me and you, Ben. I don't have a shopping problem. You have a problem with my shopping. There you go. Wait till you see what I'm bringing home this time, Ben. Ooh, extra suitcase on the ready. Right, so that was that one. And then this is my last one of these, of the tags. So again, 2 of the shrooms, added Mr. Boo on, hop, skip and a jump the head, and it says it's nearly time for my psychotic break. There you go. I'll take advice from that one, Ben. So yes, Diane, my nesting boxes are the perfect size. The nesting boxes, they come in 3 sizes and they all nest inside each other, or they all stack inside each other as well. Oh, he'll be gone. Those of you who know, Ben and his family have been waiting for the new house, so they've been camping in my house for 8 months, but when I get back they'll have gone. Yeah, they'll have the new house. Isn't that amazing? So this book I actually did from scratch. Okay, this is one of the newer ones. It was blank and I did everything from scratch especially for this. So it's got all cakes and sticks or doodle backgrounds, and then it's got the stamps on the top. Okay, so again, a Betsy's blocks background, because they're just perfect. Someday you'll go far, and I hope you stay there. All coloured with cakes and sticks. This is a hand doodled. This is the dot grid. Dialogue. So it's got the dots already in, so I just hand drew the background. Okay, coloured it in with cakes and sticks, added my mum again, and then it says I don't want to do things suck. That's true. Yeah, Melody, they get the move this week, I think, so they're very excited. Here we are again, and this time I took the glasses from Dinky Dolls 2 and popped them on the head from Dinky Dolls 4. And can you see when I was talking about the collar, look how I've made it into little horns. And it says, I will try to be nice to you, but often my mouth gets in the way. Yep. Here's another one. This is the street map stencil where I draw the flowers in, and I've just added her on. It says, I can and I will, watch me. It just goes on and on, honestly. There's a full one. So we've got the tropics in the background. Again, I've put a little head with the feet on the bottom, and I've just got 3 of the different people. It says everything is better when you decide you don't care. As you can see, this is all. If you are coming this weekend, this is what you'll be doing. There's another hand-drawn one in the back, and again, I've just popped one of the Dinky Dolls on the top. It's not me, it's you. You see, I love just doodling, like, where is it? I just had one, like this. I just love doodling, and I'll spend hours. It's what I do on a plane, okay? Here's some, look. I just sit and I'll doodle on a plane, but then I think, oh, I should put something else on it. So it's perfect to just take the Dinky Dolls and pop them on the top afterwards. Here's a double spread here. So I used the leaf template in the back, the fronds, sorry, in the background. And then I used 3 of the heads as flowers, okay? And I just cut these stems, there isn't a stamp, but I just drew, I copied the stems from here, really simple to do, and then just cut them out and popped them on and added loads of little leaves and shrooms and things like that. So we're all rude in our family. We're all sarcastic to each other, Yolene. The girl, all of us, we're very sarcastic towards each other. So as you can tell from this one, where it says, listen, bitch, I'm being as polite as I possibly can. So again, hand doodled in the background, added the little Dinky Dolls on, given her a crown, given her some glasses, and added some wings on there. Another, oh, what does it say? Oh, I've told you that one. This one says, I don't know how to put this nicely, so I won't. That is the motto in our house, I think. I don't know how to put this nicely, so I won't. Sorry, that I bounced that down so hard it fell out. Let me just, oh, I'll keep it out because I'll know to pop it back in. Okay, what else have we got? Oh, doodle. Oh, most of these hand doodlings are on a plane. Okay, again, street map done slightly different. I've used this as a collar this time. I've given her loads of leaves on the top, given her a nice little wing. Rule number 1, never be somebody's number 2. Never. Okay, and if you are somebody's number 2, don't go to Coldplay concerts. There you go. So here's another double page here. I used the same bodies, but I popped different heads on them, and then I went for a different one over here. And it says, please don't interrupt me while I'm trying to ignore you. And again, these are perfect for the square. Can you see? The dimensions of this is slightly larger than the square ones. So, oh my gosh, Jodie! Jodie's here. How come you're not on a ship? My friend, my lovely friend, saved up for ages, retired and has lived on cruise ships for about the last 2 years. Amazing. You'll like these. These are perfect size for you, Jodie. So I can't wait till she's back on normal land somewhere and I can go and see her. So hi. Right, so that one, please don't interrupt me while I'm trying to ignore you. Here we've got Martha's Most Massive Mat in the background. Again, the shrooms with the cat, they just go perfect. They're so simple to use. Nothing makes me more productive than the last minute. And again, I'll just like with this one over here, one day I'll just go, right, I want to put something on there. What shall I have? Let's have a look. Oh, maybe we'll have hop, skip and a jump. Let's put her over to the side. Do I want this head? No, I don't want that head because the head's already there. Do I want this head? Oh, she's only home for a hot minute. I know, you want to come see me? You were near. You were in Europe, but we couldn't make it work. So What else do I want? Let's dive to the bottom of the box here. I could find a hat. Oh, look, there's a little bobble hat. I could put a bobble hat on. She could have a little bow instead. She could have a wing. And that's it. That's what I do. Stick it down and then find a quote. So it's as simple as that. Again, of course your opinion matters, just not to me. Okay, is that it? Oh, there's one more. But again, there's all these just waiting. So again here, and what I've done here, I've just coloured them in the same colours, but they're different bodies, the same heads, and it says it's not me, it's you. And then I've got all these waiting to do. So if you were here this weekend, you'll be doing some of these, you'll be doing some black, you'll be doing some craft, you'll be doing sort of all sorts. And that's it. They are so blooming cute, honestly. They're just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. If size, I don't know what size, would you say that's probably 4 and... Oh, actually, hang on a minute, in my bag somewhere, I think... in my bag, never go on an aeroplane without 4.5 inches, most of these are. They're perfect for cards. I didn't do any cards because I just got carried away in the dialogue. So I didn't do any of the cards, but you can see how many bodies have we got. If you buy the bundle, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bodies. Heads, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 heads. Okay, 4 separate pairs of legs, a cat, shrooms. These are fabulous as well. These are absolutely fabulous for doing borders, etc. and the different little things. We've got the little crosses there. So, I mean, they're really good. I mean, they're just, I can't stop using them, as I said. And if you've got Mini-Me, Mini-Moo, and is there another one, or is it just Mini-Me, Mini-Moo? You can use them all together. If Sandy B's watching, she loves the Mini-Me and Mini-Moo. Actually, so does Miranda. They make a lot, so they'll be adding these. I hate when you do stamps and then people say, oh, we're not using those stamps anymore. I like to go back and I like to use them all together as well. So all of these Dinky Dolls have a full size stamp, okay? All my stamps are available back catalogue from Stampers Anonymous. You can get them. Ask your store. Stores can order from Stampers Anonymous. It might take a while to do because they've got to do back, but I think stores think it's only the newer stamps. But like Ben, Art from the Heart, has got lots of the older stamps as well. We sell as many older stamps as we do new ones. It's amazing. And so if you're quite new to me, all of these have a full size stamp, full size body, full size head, and like I showed you in here, they're so good to just mix them. Oh, in fact, there's Dinky Doll. Look, there's Hop, Skip and a Jump, full size. What else have we got in it? So, oh, there, Hop, Skip and Jump, full size and small. Full size and small. So you can work them all in and you can work them all together. And because we've flipped them and they're going the opposite way, they're just so great to use. So great to use. So there we go. Dinky Dolls set 1 has got the wings on, Mr. Boo. Dinky Dolls set 2 has got shrooms. This was one of my totally most popular stamps that we ever did. So it's got the shrooms on. Dinky Dolls set 3, they're quite new. The big ones were all, oh, Denise has made a mini what? A mini what, Denise? I presume it's a mini book because she does great mini books. So all the creators will be posting their wonderful creations as well. So go look for them on Facebook and on Instagram, etc. and see all their creations, because they'll do totally different things to me, totally different things. And Dinky Dolls set 4 has got what I called the spooky. But again, you've seen just by changing heads and things, you can make them all look different. So a mini album, wonderful. Can't wait to see, Denise. Can't wait to see. Creators always tag Emmy. always tag Dylusions or tag Emmy or send Emmy a link, and then she will link everything on our page, because I don't go looking. I live in a bubble, as you know, and Emmy's so busy. It's a full-time job looking after me. I tell you, it's caring the community. So anytime you do things, let Emmy know, and then she'll plump them all around. So do go, if you know who my creators are, do go and give them some love as well. So you can get you can buy one set on its own, or as many sets as you want, or you can get the full bundle. The bundle will be on Stampers Anonymous. The links were on there. Ranger, the links are on there. Art from the Heart, the links are on there. Just go back up through the chat and you'll find the links. And then I've noticed quite a few stores have put their links on as well. So if you're a store, or you know a store who stocks my things, put them on there, and then people can get them as well. If you are here this weekend, we will be using them all. I bet you can't wait. You will have homework. You will have to stamp out like 3 of each and then take them home and cut them out ready for using in class or on one day. And if you are at Cincinnati at Stamp Away, I will have them all there, and I will have all these samples, and you can touch them and you can drool over them, and they will all be there. There we go, Art from the Heart. Just put the link back up again. So I'm going to have this cup of tea. I've smashed nearly all of my tall Starbucks mugs, so I'm down to this one here. I'm going on a recce later. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to go live in the Dandelion Club, and in the Dandelion Club I'll go through it all again, and I'll be giving each of these stamp sets away. Whenever I do a live and go in the Dandelion Club, I give away whatever's been released as well. And then what I'm going to do is start setting up the classroom ready for this weekend. Like I say, I'm teaching the English paper piecing. Oh, this is English paper piecing. I'm not teaching this one. This is Tim's Christmas. This is what I do on a plane. This is one I do on a plane. And so we're doing this, but we're doing it in a bigger version with Tim's fabrics. So you're learning how to do this. So we have a whole day teaching that on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday. So do you know, I think we've got 2 spaces on Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think we've got 2 spaces as well. So that's a 3-day, and then we've got, if you look on my website, you can find them. I know, Denise, I just want to play with them constantly. I just want to play with them constantly. But what I want to do is, like, when I get back home and get all my boxes of stamps out and match them all up, so large ones, and do all those. Mr. Holtz! Oh my gosh, Mr. Holtz is on here. He's always like, you should make dinky ones. I'm like, I like big ones. But there we go. Look at my Dinky Dolls, Tim. That's amazing, isn't it? They'd look really good. Hey, he's brought out his dinky little ink pads, Dinky Dolls, with it. So that's going to be great. So, oh, Tim, were you there? Did you see? How old is this fabric, Tim? Some of these fabrics here are so old. I'm trying to think which ones are like really. This one. Some of them are new, but some of them are from a long time ago. And it's still my favourite. He knows I absolutely love. Here we go, look. This is what I do. I sit on the plane with all my scraps. So, Tim, your latest fabric is a little plug here. He's got out, I don't know if it's a secret. Has it come out yet? No, this one's way older than 2 to 3 years old. This green is about, I used to wear it when I used to do the Collins. This is way older, I'm sure. But am I allowed to talk about the seasonal fabric? I'm going to do it in coffins. Anyway, if it's not released yet, there's a little thing. Anyway, there we go. Pandemonium Arts and Crafts. Yes, they will have the release. I just saw Courtney somewhere there. Where was Courtney? Somebody put Courtney. I've lost it. It's gone too far up. Joggles. Scrapbookmemories.com. There we go. Yeah. It's going to be great. Okay. So, thank you very much. I'm going to drink my tea and then I'm going to go live in the Dandelion Club, and then I'm just going to play some more. Okay, and nothing went wrong. Oh my gosh, hallelujah. See you later.